Azzaro makes some solid fragrances, guys, but it was not always like that. The first two, the Wanted and the fresh one, were but nowadays, the EDP, the Intense, and the Parfum, I have been killing. These fragrances are all beast mode, but I want to break down all three so you guys can figure out which one will be good for you. Hey, get one or get all of them if you're bad. Right now. What is up, my fragrant people? Come on in and sit down. My name is Kerry, and I'd like to thank you guys for 1,000 subs. Can't believe it. I remember just the other day I was thanking everybody on Instagram for 50 subs and then 100 subs, and then all of a sudden, bam, we're at 1,000 subs. So couldn't have done any of this without you guys, and especially could not have done it without my son, my teenage son. He has always been there since day one, helping me out on everything, my videos, audio, everything, my editing, thumbnail, titles. He has definitely been my ace. But I want to give a ton of thanks to all of you guys out there for helping me reach this first big milestone. But we're on our way to our next one, which is going to be 2,000. And we're just going to keep going on and giving some of this smell good information to everybody out there so we can keep the world smelling good. So thank you guys so much. But today we are talking about 3 fragrances from the house of Azzaro. Now these fragrances are the best that they have as far as I'm concerned. And like I said, hasn't always been that way. The Wanted EDT and the fresh one they have were both just failures to me. I could not get a hold of those, no compliments. I didn't like the way they smelled. They were just for my collection, and guys, I got rid of them. These 3 right here are the bangers. These are the ones that I think you guys could be able to pick from. Everybody's gonna like one of these flankers guaranteed, and you're gonna get compliments. Up first is my Midnight Marauder. You guys have heard me talk about this one several times. It is a fragrance that I love to wear on night, dinner dates, and any date at night actually. Warm, sensual, spicy. This is, of course, from the house of Azzaro. It's Wanted by Night. Now this is a warm, spicy, sensual amber fragrance with a dash of tobacco. Super sexy, great late night date. It is made for winter and fall. When those temperatures drop, you're talking about Wanted by Night. Now guys, like I said, if you don't like spicy, you don't like super warm ambers with that tobacco in there, you don't get a lot of tobacco, but I get a ton of that mandarin on the opening, and then on the dry down, you get a warm amber. This amber just kicks in. I love it. It's one of my favorites to wear, especially when it's cold. I believe for the money, Wanted by Night, you just can't miss. Now, if you do not like spicy and you do not like beast mode, this is not the one for you. Wanted by Night, super beast mode. I am getting 8 to 10 hours easily. Minimal sprays, only 5 sprays max. 6 sprays if you really love to just project a lot. This projection, 3 to 4 feet easy within the first 2 hours. The sillage is a monster. I am getting a sillage trail of football field behind me. This sillage I'm getting 4 or 5 feet easily, and when the wind picks up, I'm a beast. Spicy, cinnamon, it smells like the holidays almost. It is a great amber, a great warming, sensual date night fragrance that you just can't go wrong with. Now, this is not for everybody. I would not blind buy this. I would get my nose on it if I were you. If you're not used to beast mode and super spicy cinnamons, definitely get your nose on this one before you buy it. Now, who is this for? You can dress this up and you can dress it all the way down, but I would suggest this is more like a date night fragrance. Because it being beast mode, you want to bring those sprays down if you're with someone that's sensitive to fragrances, or if you're definitely going out to eat, you don't want to overpower the food, because this is the most powerful of the group. It's also, to me, the least mass appealing. So yes, I've gotten a ton of compliments on this one, but it also, you know, it was first love for me, but it's not first love for everybody. So if you're looking at Wanted by Night, get your nose on it first. If you like it or your date likes it, trust me, people that like it love this one. It is a great one. It's the first one that I ever had, and it was an instant love for me. And check out this link up top, and you can see what happened to me on a funny ass date one time. It was hilarious. Now next up, guys, is the sweet aromatic middle child of the group. This one I have been rocking all this winter and all in the fall, and this goes more of a cuddle buddy scent. This one is, to me, is the sweetest of them all. Released in 2021, is the Most Wanted. The Most Wanted features cardamom, toffee, and amberwood. This is slightly ambery. This is not an amber, and it's definitely not as ambery as Wanted by Night. This one, I believe, is more of a toffee fragrance. This is sweet. Some people say they get a headache from this one. Some people say it's too sweet, so they go a different route. But to me, this has more of a Jean Paul Gaultier kind of DNA to it, mixed in with the Azzaro DNA. I love it. I think that this fragrance is great. You guys know I love cardamom in my Cuddle Buddy fragrances, and the Most Wanted gets you there. It's sweet. If you have a woman that's into sweet, women love sweet and loud, or they love fresh and clean. And if you have one that loves sweet and you don't want to go JPG, you want to do something a little bit different, the Most Wanted will get you guys there. Trust me, I get tons of compliments on this. To me, it's not soft, but it's also not as beastly as Wanted by Night. If you're looking for something middle ground that's sweet, especially if you're a little younger, I think, or a little bit more adventurous, and you're an older dude and you just like to be adventurous, the Most Wanted, this black bottle will get you there. And I think this is perfect for the spring. It gives you, it's an EDP Intense is what they're calling it, or Le Parfum, which JPG may call it, but along the lines of JPG's Le Parfum, Le Mal Le Parfum, this one performs very similar to me, but I actually get better performance out of the Most Wanted. This gives me, I'm getting a projection of 1 to 2 feet for the first 2 hours. After that, my sillage is a monster. I'm still getting 2 to 3 feet sillage for the first 4 hours on this, but it's smoother than Wanted by Night. Guys, trust me, for my nose, for the price on this one, you just can't beat it. Great date night, tone the sprays down. Give it 1 or 2 sprays for Cuddle Buddy night, and trust me, you'll be a hit. So if you're looking for something smoother, a good cardamom with an ambery dry down, amber wood dry down, look at the Most Wanted. This is the safer blind buy, I believe, of course, than Wanted by Night. More women actually have given me compliments on this one than Wanted by Night. It leans more unisex. Women love unisex fragrances. Well, at least on me they do. But the second one, released in 2021, is the Most Wanted. Get your nose on it, a good, solid fragrance. Hey guys, if this is your first or second video and you like this type of content, please consider subscribing and hit that like button for me real quick. It really helps my channel to grow. Thank you. And our third fragrance is the Parfum. This is the newest. This is the baby brother of all three. This, a lot of people I've been seeing online and people that have been sending me DMs and commenting on videos and saying that this is their fragrance. Maybe because it's the newest one, everybody likes the new kid on the block. But I gotta tell you, the minute I got the Most Wanted, I immediately, after I wore it, I immediately turned around and got the Parfum version of the EDP Intense, which was the Most Wanted. This fragrance was released just last year, and it is the Parfum version of the Most Wanted, which is an Intense. And this, of course, is the Most Wanted Parfum. Ginger, woods, and bourbon vanilla. Okay, I'm not getting a boozy note. The minute I saw that when it was coming out that it said bourbon vanilla as a base note, I thought that was weird. I thought the woods and the bourbon vanilla should have switched. I think it should have been bourbon vanilla in the heart or even the top, and then woods at the base note. But I'm no perfumer. And I'm definitely not getting a boozy note with this. It says bourbon vanilla, which I have no idea. If you guys know what bourbon vanilla is, please put it in the comment section. But I can tell you one thing, I may not know what bourbon vanilla is, but I know that this is one beautiful ass fragrance. I'm sorry guys. They did a really good job taking the DNA from the Most Wanted, the black bottle released in 2021, updating it in 2022, and making a Parfum concentration out of the Intense. This fragrance is one that I believe most people will gravitate towards. I hear a lot of clamoring behind the Parfum, and I can see why. It is a beautiful fragrance. To me, it is probably the most mass appealing. And because of that Azzaro DNA, it's beast mode. On my skin, I'm still getting 8 hours on this fragrance. Now 8 is pushing it. I would say 6 solid hours. If I want something that's gonna project and really perform really well, I'm going to anticipate 6 hours from this fragrance unless the conditions are really, really perfect. And what I mean by perfect is this is a parfum concentration, and the higher oil is going to have the fragrance sticking a little bit. That scent bubble is going to be a little bit more around your person. It's not going to project like a beast, and I'm not. So it performs exactly actually like I thought it would. So as a parfum, smells great. I'm getting a projection of about 1 to 2 feet for the first hour. After that, it is not a skin scent, but it's a small scent bubble with a great scent trail. So my sillage does last for another hour. So for 2 hours, I'm getting a scent trail without a wind. I'm still getting probably about 1 to 2 feet behind me with this, which is the dry down on it with that vanilla. I think is very beautiful. And it's not a heavy vanilla like Ani from Nichonnet or anything. It is a smooth vanilla. Maybe that's what they mean by bourbon vanilla, but it is smooth. And it's very mass appealing. This is the safe one. This is the one you're wearing to church. This is the one that you're gonna wear on a first date. Like, this isn't over imposing. And I can see this also as a dinner date. Now, I haven't worn this a ton. I've probably worn the parfum maybe 3 or 4 times. I haven't gotten any compliments on it yet, not that I can remember, but I have worn this just to try it out. And to me, it was an instant love, just like the other two. But like I said, this, if you guys would blind buy anything, I would blind buy this one. The parfum is definitely blind buy worthy, which means to me, it's a little safer. I believe that vanillas and woodsy notes, especially on a man, are a little safer, especially when the vanilla's not that heavy. It still leans masculine. It opens with a ginger. You can get that ginger there, but with that bourbon vanilla, you are getting some sweetness on this all the way through, but it's not as sweet as the middle kid, which is the most wanted. So you're kind of getting the best of both worlds. Almost beastly. It has a good amount of sweetness, but not enough, not a lot. It only lasts as long as you may need it to, especially if this is going to work or something like that, or somebody that has not met you before and you don't want to overpower them. So this is the safest blind buy. Performance is really solid. Sillage, trail, all of that. Really good fragrance, really good scent. And I believe that you should have this one in your collection. So guys, there it is. 3 fragrances from the same house, similar DNA, a little bit different performance, but to me, in my opinion, I don't think any one of these 3 are just particularly better than any of the other 2. I believe that they all 3 are different enough to fulfill 3 different roles, and having all 3 is completely not redundant. Even having the parfum, I thought, might be a little redundant to the most wanted EDP Intense. It is not. They fill different roles. They have different notes. They're made up a little bit differently, but they all carry that great Azzaro DNA, which is solid performance, great smelling perfumery, in my opinion, for not a lot of money. Guys, what do you think? Do you have any of these fragrances? Do you hate them all? Do you love them all? Do you have one that's your favorite or favorite too? Let me know down in the comments. Either way, guys, let me know what's going on with you. Leave a comment down below. Share this video. Please hit that like button on your way out. And once again, please consider hitting subscribe if you like this type of content. It really helps me out. I love all of you guys. And no matter where you are in the world, keep smelling good.